You know, if you're a leader today, you're feeling this. It's this constant push and pull, right? On one hand, you've got technology just exploding at this breakneck pace. And you start to wonder, are we losing that human touch that actually makes work, well, work? But what if that's the wrong way to look at it? What if this isn't a choice we have to make at all? Let's get into it. So, this is the big question hanging over pretty much every organization right now. Do we go all in on automation and AI, or do we double down on what makes us human? That connection, that creativity. It really feels like we're stuck between a rock and a hard place. But is that even the right question to be asking? And what's wild is, this isn't some newfangled AI era problem. Nope, you've got to go all the way back to 1982. An author named John Naisbitt coined this exact phrase, high tech, high touch. His whole point was that the more advanced our technology gets, the more we crave and the more we need that genuine human connection. He argued that the real success of any tech is tied directly to how well it actually serves us, the people. And today, with AI, that idea is more critical than ever. Okay, so let's first tackle the case for going high-tech, because let's be honest, the appeal of AI and automation is, well, it's huge. It's promising us levels of efficiency and scale that just a few years ago felt like science fiction. And if you want to see this in action, look no further than learning and development, or L&D. I mean, we're so far past just using AI to whip up some quick content or an outline for a training session. We're playing a whole new ballgame now. Just think about this for a second. AI can now be a personal coach for every single employee. That was never, ever scalable before. It can build learning paths that literally change and adapt based on how you're doing in real time. And forget spending weeks building out complex training simulations. AI can spin them up in minutes with all sorts of different outcomes. It's delivering this hyper-personalized learning right at the moment you need it. So yeah, the argument for leaning into high-tech, it is incredibly strong. But of course, that's only one side of the coin. As our tech gets smarter, the value of those uniquely human skills, it just skyrockets. So now, let's make the case for high touch. This quote just nails it, doesn't it? It perfectly captures what a high-touch environment feels like. When you create that kind of space, people feel safe enough to drop the corporate mask, to be vulnerable, to actually talk about their failures and their doubts. And that right there is the foundation of psychological safety. It's how you build the deep trust and connection that, frankly, an algorithm just can't replicate on its own. There's this really cool Vedic concept that explains this perfectly: Shruti and Smrti. Okay, so Shruti is the stuff you hear, the data, the facts, the intellectual knowledge. That's the world of high tech. But Smrti, that's something different. It's a deeper, almost remembered knowing. It's that feeling, that resonance you get from real human connection and intuition. It's the difference between having the information and truly understanding it. And this is the great paradox of our time. The smarter our AI gets, the less optional human connection becomes. It actually makes building intentional, meaningful human connection an absolute non-negotiable for any organization that wants to thrive. So this is where it all comes together. The real answer isn't a choice between tech and touch. It's a synthesis. The future is about weaving these two things together to create something way more powerful than either one could ever be on its own. So why not just pick a lane and stick with it? Well, because going to either extreme is a total dead end. If you go all tech, your organization starts to feel cold, transactional. You lose the empathy that actually drives engagement. On the flip side, an all-touch organization is just not sustainable. It can't scale, it's often flying blind without data, and you end up with these generic programs that don't really help anyone. Neither one works in the long run. So the real goal here, the whole point of this amazing technology, is to augment our uniquely human skills. Our judgment, our creativity, our empathy, never ever to replace them. It's about building a partnership. Let's make this real. Take the classic ADDIE model for designing learning. It's being totally transformed. The first step, analysis, that's now supercharged by a mountain of data. That's your high tech. But then, the design phase, that's still powered by human empathy and experience, pure high touch. Then you get to development and implementation, and they're fused together, driven by AI right in the flow of work. And the best part? The evaluation phase feeds all that new data right back into the analysis, creating this incredible, continuous loop of improvement. See? It's a perfect blend. And hey, if you need proof that this blend is already happening, you just have to look for the closet learner. You know this person. This is the employee who's already using tools like ChatGPT or Gemini on the sly to solve their own work problems and teach themselves new skills, completely outside of any formal company program. They are already creating their own personal high-tech, high-touch blend. The real question is, can our organizations catch up to them?
All right, so if we agree that this blended future isn't just coming, it's already here, what's our role in all of this? How do we, as leaders, actually guide this massive transformation?
The dream scenario, the future we're building, looks something like this. AI becomes this kind of invisible ally. It just seamlessly takes care of all the routine, repetitive data crunching stuff. And that frees us, the humans, to focus on the work that only we can do. The creative problem solving, the big picture strategic thinking, and building those deep, empathetic connections. So what can you actually do? First, shift your focus from just building digital capability to building digital confidence. Create a safe space for your people to play, to experiment, and yes, to fail, without getting punished. Next, democratize access to these new AI tools. Don't lock them away in one department. Make it clear that these are human-AI partnerships, tools to augment us, not replace us. And this one is huge for leaders. You have to model vulnerability. You have to admit you don't have all the answers here. Nobody does. And finally, never forget that data doesn't have to be cold. When you use it right, it can be a powerful tool for building deeper empathy and a better understanding of your people. Which really leaves all of us with one final, crucial question to think about. As AI gets better and better at handling all the routine and predictable tasks, what is the uniquely human work that you will choose to do? What will you pour your talent, your time, and your passion into? Because that, right there, is the real opportunity in front of us.